What's up, everyone? Baller here. This is the seventh game for today, January 7, 2024 NBA Game Day. We have here the. Oh wow, this is gonna be a huge matchup. Interesting, I would have to say. Detroit Pistons, with the record of 3 wins and 32 losses, going up against Denver Nuggets, the defending champions, with the record of 25 wins and 12 losses. That game will actually be at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, so that's going to be 9 o'clock a.m. here in Manila. I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on that bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. As we all know, we actually provide free picks right here in our YouTube channel. But for those who would want to avail our premium picks or premium packages, you may actually reach us through Instagram, WhatsApp, Telegram, or even Messenger account. Just check on the descriptions of these videos that we have, and you would see the details right there. It's a weekend, so we actually give out discounts during Saturdays and Sundays. So you guys might want to give it a shot today. All right. The spread that is given is minus 16.5. That's given towards, obviously, Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets, they would have the home court advantage on this. Not only that, they would also have the momentum, the advantage in terms of momentum, even if they are coming off that loss against Denver Nuggets. For their last 10 games, Orlando Magic. Denver Nuggets lost against Orlando Magic. That was their last game. Despite of that, Denver Nuggets, they have won 8 out of their last 10. So I'm actually giving the advantage towards Denver in terms of momentum. Now for Orlando Magic, now I'm getting confused. Now for Detroit Pistons, they have actually lost 3 straight after breaking that long slump that they had, and for their last 10 games, they have only won 1 time. In terms of fatigue, well, both teams are coming off rest, so we can just skip that part. Let's go ahead and take a look at the availability and health of both teams. All right, Denver Nuggets. I can see a couple of players in the IL. Kankar and Strother are both out for this game, so 2 players out for Denver Nuggets. For Detroit, Monte Morris and Isaiah Stewart are still both out, and we have Alec Burks listed as probable on this particular game. So 2 players confirmed out. Well, they've been out for quite some time, Stewart and Morris. And Alec Burks, the one who was on fire against Utah Jazz the last time out, he is listed as probable. So it's actually good news for Detroit Pistons. So in terms of this one, I would have to say that Denver Nuggets still got the advantage over Detroit, because those who have been out for Denver, they've been out for quite some time, and they're not really that affected. As you can see, Denver Nuggets is still rolling, and they've been hot for their last 10 games. All right, so let's just go ahead and go straight to the point. The question here is, will Denver be able to cover the spread? Obviously, Denver Nuggets, highly likely will win this one. 99% of the probability they will win this one. They are the bigger team. They are the better team. They are at home, and they are so tough to be beat at home. Now, we all know Detroit Pistons. They are a young squad. I love Detroit Pistons. I love watching them. But they still lack some pawns, and they would still need some improvement. They are a bit banged up without Stewart on their starting 5 as well. But the question here is, the 16.5 spread, will Denver be able to cover that? In terms of capability, they could. They can definitely cover that, and they can even establish a lead 25 points if they want to. But the question is, will they be able to do that right here? My opinion is they could, but then they wouldn't, because Denver Nuggets, they have been playing a lot of games for the past 4 or 5 days. So I'm pretty sure that once they have actually established the victory, actually not maybe even in the first quarter, maybe even the second quarter, we would be seeing a lot of rest time for their stars. I'm talking about the Joker. I'm talking about Murray, because again, they can actually beat Detroit Pistons without those 2 stars. So and they don't really have to tire them out, especially that they've gone through a whole lot of games. Man, mind you, they lost to Orlando Magic, and Orlando Magic had a lot of players who are, who were out for Orlando. So, I'm not saying that they will lose against Detroit, but for me, they will just go ahead and try to win this one and try to give some extra rest for the Joker, for Jamal, and perhaps the other players of their core or of their starting five to preserve them for the future and perhaps for the playoffs. And for Detroit Pistons, I'm looking at them extra motivated with the way they have been playing lately. I mean, I don't know if you guys watched that game against Utah Jazz. They didn't stop playing. If you guys were able to watch that game against Boston Celtics, they didn't stop playing. They just lost towards the end. They even had chances to actually win those games. So I'm not saying that it will be the same with Denver Nuggets because again, Denver Nuggets, they are the defending champions. They are at home, but I feel like Detroit Pistons would be able to cover the spread of 16.5. Again, I'll go ahead and Detroit Pistons. I'll roll my dice with them plus 16.5. I remember when they went up against Boston Celtics. I guess this is almost the same scenario, and they were able to cover it. So again, Detroit plus 16.5. Peace out. Pass I love and God bless.